Hello and welcome back to the Eyes of Ode Gaming channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I have another older game in my What Is It and Is It Worth It game review series. In this video I will go through the various aspects of the game, trying my best to avoid spoilers for new players, and give examples of similar games as well as my personal opinion as to whether I would recommend the game with a thumbs up or thumbs down, and if I personally enjoyed it. I won't be giving a number rating to the game as many other channels do, as I find this to be a very arbitrary way of rating games, which like any other entertainment is completely subjective, and instead I prefer to give enough info for you to make a decision on your own if you would like to go forward with picking up this title for yourself. We are heading back. That's right, back to Wolfenstein. This game is essentially a standalone prequel expansion to the previous release in the series, Wolfenstein The New Order, which I've also done a review on and you can find a link for in the description. This one was released back in 2015, being developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda Softworks. We'll take a look at the features and overall aspects of this game together to get a feel for it and see if it's still worth picking up for a first-time player today, and more importantly, if this game is right for you. In terms of plot, this is another Wolfenstein game. It's set as a prequel to The New Order and essentially feels like a standalone expansion to that game. It has a decent length to it, however it is not as long as The New Order and does not feel as though it is a full feature-length release game. The nice thing about this game is that if you are new to the franchise, you don't need to have played The New Order before playing this one, and because functionally it is almost identical, I would say if you played this one first, it doesn't feel like you're going backwards in tech playing The New Order after this one. The game has a definitely more creepy or even horror-related tone as compared to The New Order, and there are definitely more fantastical elements. The Wolfenstein has always strayed from reality, not only with its alternate history timeline, but also with the tech involved. This one in particular will be a deviation from what you can reasonably suspend disbelief for and accept as a possible reality. I am hesitant to go too in-depth into this, as when I played I didn't have prior knowledge and found the surprise to be quite interesting, and would rather not spoil it for a new player. Essentially, the first half of the game will play out in a typical Wolfenstein style, albeit a more stealthy and creepy style, with the shorter end half being more akin to a horror fantasy game. I'll leave the explanation at that, as I feel it's a lot more fun to experience this change naturally as a first-time player, rather than having the surprise spoiled beforehand. Mechanically, the game feels very similar to The New Order. It's a first-person shooter, but with an emphasis on stealth mechanics as well. Of course, you're almost always free to charge in guns blazing and attempt to take each area by overt force. However, I found the game is much more enjoyable to use stealth first and rely on all-out combat as a last resort. The game also makes attempts to push you in this direction, as officers will make a return. Killing them in stealth will prevent them from calling in reinforcements and making your life more difficult. Along with your typical array of guns, you have takedown abilities and knife throwing for stealth kills. The game is firmly on the rails, going from mission area to area, clearing enemies and completing tasks. There will be health and armor scattered around and lootable from different methods, which will restore as well as boost your base stats for limited times. Challenges can also be completed as you play through, which will offer the player additional benefits. The graphics again are quite similar to The New Order, and personally I feel they still hold up rather well. This one has more of a creepy vibe to it, so the locations will be fitting for such a title. Think old castles, dark cramped catacombs, and graveyards, though there are some sections of the game which offer a more traditional experience as well. NPCs are done well, and cutscenes will offer well-made sequences to further the story along. I did not encounter any graphical glitches or bugs while playing the main campaign, nor any other bugs at all really, making this a nicely well-polished experience. Sound in this game is great. The soundtrack is amazing and really fitting with the overall tone of the game. Other effects are done well and nothing stands out as taking away from the feeling of the game. Dialogue is well written and well delivered.
Hit the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz. Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
Die Papiere bitte.
Hier.
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
What would I compare to? Obviously The New Order and Wolfenstein in general. If you enjoyed The New Order, you will probably enjoy this one as well, as it is essentially just more of that. Other games you can look at to draw parallels are the BioShock series, bringing in first-person perspective, story, and creepy vibe. Another great comparison is Prey, though this game is more combat-focused against typical enemies than that title was. So now that we've looked at some of the features of the game, we reach the point of my review where I give a more subjective look at my personal experience with it. Please keep in mind that the following is just my opinion of the game, and if the features and genre seem interesting to you, you should definitely check it out for yourself, as not all games are for all gamers. The game that you hate might be the next gamer's all-time favorite, which is one of the things that I love about gaming. There's always something for someone out there. Did I enjoy the game? Yes, definitely. This is a great one and well worth getting today. I feel like it did everything The New Order did and added even more. The tone and general aesthetic is even more compelling than The New Order in my opinion, and the storyline, though maybe not as deep as The New Order, is fun and well established throughout. If you want a fun shooter that is something a little bit more than just a basic run and gun and crazy experience, this is a great one for you. It has story elements and good cutscene presentations, though it never compromises in terms of combat. It is a ton of fun to quietly sneak around zones and stealthily take out your enemies, evening the playing field. I highly recommend picking up this title should you have any interest in the genre or style. So I hope you enjoyed this look at Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Have you played this game already? What did you think of it? Was my take similar to yours, or did you have some differing opinions? How did you think it compared to The New Order? If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like here and also consider subscribing to the channel. I upload a variety of gaming content and would be thrilled to have you join the community and help direct the future of the channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today, and until next time, take care.
Ja, ein Hotdog.